would like to ask you something. Um,
What is it?
what is the weather like today in your city?
It's a bit cloudy today. It
Okay.
isn't so hot today since the morning. It's a bit cloudy because it is not so hot. Today is a particular different day than the others.
Okay. Andres Felipe, do you hear me? Andres Felipe,
Hello.
hello. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, tell me, Andres Felipe, what is the weather like today in your city?
It's kinda sunny. Yeah, sunny.
Okay. Regularly, how is the weather in your city? Every day sunny or
Yeah,
it's
it
change?
depends. Eh, uh,
I cannot hear you very well. Could you repeat again, please?
yeah, the weather here tends to be sunny all the time, but I think it's really changeable because it's like sunny right now, but it can start rain whenever. Sunny mainly,
I
but
I couldn't hear you very well. I don't know sure if maybe it's your microphone or I hear noise in the background. Okay, thank you, Daniel. And repeat me again, please, Andres Felipe, in order to hear you.
do you hear me?
Yeah, now I hear you
Well,
very well. Mhm.
about the weather, I was telling that the weather here is mostly of the time sunny, but it's changeable because it can start raining whenever, and then sun again, so it's changeable.
Okay. About me, I would like to mention about me that before noon it was cloudy and it drizzled a little. While right now it is sunny. I can see the sun now. Okay, let me share you something my screen. Thank you, Andres Felipe. Oh, let me check the Chinese chair. Tell me when you can, if you can see my screen, okay? Andres Felipe and Daniel. Andres Felipe, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. And Daniel, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Mm, according to this slide, you can see different picture. Yeah. Daniel, what do you think is this slide? This slide is concerning about what?
Mm, it's a rainy day. A rainy and boring day. Nobody is out because nobody wants to get wet, or maybe nobody has an umbrella to cover themselves. So that is a lonely, boring, and rainy day.
Okay, but if a person asks you, what is the weather like today? Uh, according to the picture number one, how
Uh-huh.
how can you answer this question?
I would say today is a rainy, boring day. I cannot go out because I'm gonna get wet then. So
Mhm,
that is a rainy day.
mhm. If you want, if if the person need to hear an adjective, do you know what is the adjective daily with this um, picture? When you want to describe the adjective, not the noun. Do you know?
An adjective,
Yeah, for example, if the
an
person,
adjective qualify a noun. So I was saying that rainy is an adjective because it qualify a day, the word day at the end of the sentence.
no, in this case you say is today is raining. It means the
It's a
verb
rainy
raining,
day.
raining day. Mm,
Rainy qualifies the day. So rainy is an adjective in this
mhm.
case because it's compound, it's accompanied with day, I think.
You say raining or rainy?
Rainy.
Rainy. Oh yes, rainy. Because raining is no adjective. Mhm. Okay. Uh, Andres Felipe, what do you think about the second picture? What is the weather like today in the second picture, for example?
Mm, uh, maybe it's sunny, but I'm not sure. I just see a couple of people, and I don't know if they are people, but maybe. Uh, the sun, some clouds, birds in the sky, but I would say sunny or cloudy. No. Well, I'm no.
Okay, you're not sure. Okay, Daniel, do you understand the picture number one, number two? Sorry, what is the weather like today? And the picture number two.
The picture, I don't understand the picture very well because that is a draft, a draft. And I
Mm,
cannot see the meaning.
okay, according to the woman, what do you think is happening with the hair of the woman?
Ah, I understand now. Windy, that is a windy day
When do they? Oh, yes.
because his her hair is going
Mhm.
like that to that direction. So maybe the wind is coming from the left side of the picture.
Okay, yeah. The weather, dealing with this picture number two is when. Mhm,
Windy.
mhm. Okay. Andres Felipe, what do you think about the picture number three?
Uh, that's a sunny day, I'm sure.
Mhm. It's a sunny day. Mhm. And this picture was taken or
Where?
was this picture is located in what place?
Maybe a beach. Beach. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Daniel, the number four, the picture number four. What is the weather?
It's
Daily.
cloudy
Hmm. But you
because
could.
the clouds are covering the sun.
Mhm. Uh, what is the full answer when the person is asking you, what is the weather daily with this picture?
The weather is cloudy.
Mhm.
Today is cloud. It's a cloudy day.
Mhm. Okay. The number five, Andre Felipe.
I'm not sure about any adjective about snowing or yeah, snowing day. But maybe
Mhm.
that,
Yeah, it's snow. Mhm. Snowy day.
okay.
Mhm. Yeah, it's right. Okay, thank you. So, according to this slide, and the main objectives dealing with this class is the first one is to give opinions about the weather. The second one, describe appropriate activities depending on the weather. And the third one is to teach some idioms concerning the weather. And the last one is to give recommendations about what to take on a trip. Take on a trip. Okay. And in this slide, you can see different idioms concerning weather. Uh, Andres Felipe, what do you think about the first idioms? It's a raining cats and dogs. What do you think? What is the main idea dealing with this adjective?
Well,
What does it mean?
uh, the meaning when some native speakers talk about it, when they try to say that it's raining too much, it's raining a lot, so they say it's raining cats and dogs.
Yeah, when it's raining a lot or to rain very hard. It's used. Okay, Daniel, what is the second? The second say to save up for a rainy day. What do you think about this adjective? This adjective, no, sorry, this idiom.
The idiom is suggesting you or is suggesting to everybody that you need to save money in case if you have an emergency in the future. So you need to save a bunch of money eventually when you are fine, financially speaking. Then, when it comes the bad weather, in this case, the rainy days, when you have some problems, maybe an accident, or maybe you're broke for some reason, or you was stolen uh, from your house or something, you need to break up that money and use the money to cover that situation, that occasion. So you need to save up for a rainy day.
Mhm. Okay, thank you, Daniel. Uh, according to the number three idioms, what do you think, Daniel?
I think under the weather, when you're under the weather, you don't feel quite well to go out or to do the normal activities you do every day. So you are under the weather because maybe you are sick, you have a headache or a stomach ache or something that is affecting you emotionally and physically, that it is not letting you go out to do the usual stuff you do every day. So you stay in a state that it needs to be under the weather, inside of your house, calm and maybe with a covering on top of you.
Mhm. This idioms is concerning in low spirits. Means unhappy or depressed as well. Mhm. Okay, thank you, Daniel. And Andres Felipe, according to the number 4, uh, what do you think? Corn, rain, or chain? What do you think about this adjective? Adjective, no, sorry, this idiom.
Um, I don't know what that current means, but maybe it's when the weather is like changeable. But I don't know
Okay,
if like a person feels. I don't know.
okay, I'm going to explain. This adjective is used for saying that something always happens or someone always does something in spite of bad weather or difficult conditions. In other words, is when a person hears you, uh, whatever happens or whatever the weather is, no matter the difficulties that you have, the person always help. Yeah. For example, I always bet there for you, con rain or chain. This means whatever happens, the person will be with you, helping, helping you. On the other example, another example dealing with these idioms is, for example, whatever the weather is. Yeah? For example, young goes jogging every single day, con, rain, or chain. Do you understand me?
Yeah, yes,
Felipe?
I got it. Yeah, I think uh, understand because I thought that the word is corn, like COR and E, but it's come rain or
Con.
shine. I think we
Mm-hmm.
have sentence like that, like
Yeah.
yo por la pagué, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Con, rain,
I
or
think
shine
that
means. Mm-hmm.
sure.
Con, rain, or chain is no matter if you are in difficulty situations or no matter if you are in good situations, the person always will be with you, no matter the
You understood.
difficulties. Mhm.
It was meaning that you were pronouncing the last word wrong. I think he was
Shine,
saying, yes, shine, no shame.
shine.
He
Mhm.
was
It's
saying
shine.
that, but he understood everything.
Mhm. Okay, let me check. this next slide, with this slide, you can see um, 4 seasons and some activities that some people like to do depending on the seasons. Um, According to the first season, uh, what is the situation described in the first season? What's wrong in this season, or in this picture, or in the first statement? Daniel.
Yeah, I love the fire in spring, the weather is so. Mm, what is wrong with that sentences? Those sentences.
Sorry, what did you say?
You you were saying that I need to say what is wrong with those sentences.
Sorry, I cannot hear you very well. I asked that um, according to the first statement, dealing with the first season, um, what is the situation? What's
Uh, okay. Yeah, spring is a. I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful season where you can see flowers and everything grows. Mm, After the winter, yeah, that is like a circle. Goes from spring to winter, and winter I think is the worst season ever. So after winter, you have spring, and spring is considered the most beautiful season ever because everything after the lightning and the torment and horror of rainy days in winter or the cold comes the cozy season when everything is growing, everything is flowering, everything smells good. Uh, and
Sorry,
you
I
can
can hear a lot of noise in the background. I'm not sure. Maybe it is on your home. I could understand a little bit because at the background there
can you
is a
hear
lot of
clearly
noise.
now?
Yes, now I can hear you.
But clearly,
Yeah.
I was saying that spring is considered the most beautiful season ever because it comes after the end of the 4 seasons,
Mhm.
the end of the winter. So winter is the worst because they are rainy and they are cold. Mm, and you are uncomfortable with the weather doing your to-do list or your everyday activities, and the spring come after winter fixing that problem, and everything flowers, everything it smells good because everything is new. The winter destroy almost everything, like the small micro animals live around, or they keep inside of their caves to protect themselves from the winter, the long winters, and come after the winter in the spring, so you can see different variety of animals.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Andres Felipe.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, what is the difference between summer season and fall season?
Um, according to the description. So what do I
Mhm.
think about?
Yeah, you can use this guide in order to answer. Mhm.
Well, but yeah, when it's summer, it's very hot, and you can go to the pool. But the difference, like the summer, it's really hot, and in the fall, um, the weather is kinda cold, and the trees are like changing, and the leaves are falling down. So that's the main difference, like hot and cold.
Mhm. Summer and fall. Okay. What do you think? What kinds of activities, or what kinds of activities, uh, the yeah, what kinds of activities um people practice in these seasons named fall?
Can you repeat that?
What do uh, what do you think? What kinds of activities people like to do in the season, in the fall season? What?
Um, Maybe inside home plans because maybe the weather it's no really funny outside. So maybe people prefer to stay home. I don't know what people do in fall.
Uh, okay, Daniel, what do you think about this question?
You were
Sometimes.
saying, yeah, you were saying, yeah, what kind of activity can they do? I think fall because the color of the leaves changes completely to a
Mhm.
different color. You can go outside and play basketball with your mates, play some football.
Okay. I would like to add something more in this season. Maybe taking into account the trees change um, leaves. This I I think many people like to take pictures on different environments because people can see different colors. Yeah, I think it's interesting for many people to take pictures. Mhm. Okay. Uh, according to the season winter, what do you think is the clothes the people like or should use what kind of clothes in the winter season, or what they should wear? Daniel, in the season winter, what need to wear? What does need to wear? Mm, a person. A person, what need to use or what need to wear. A person that is living in a town in which the weather is wind or is the season is wind.
There are different variety of clothes that people can use in winter. For example, they can use jackets, hats, scarves for their necks, so their necks don't get cold. Gloves, mittens in case it's a type of glove. Mm, warm underwear, suits and socks. Long socks. Uh, they can use multi-layered clothing. They are they can put on so many clothing so that they can keep themselves warm all the time. That's it.
Okay. Uh, and Andre Felipe, what do you think? What kind of clothes people should use in summer season?
I think they wear fresh clothes like t-shirt or singlet, shorts,
Mhm.
maybe sunglasses for avoid the sunrise, and cap and yeah, flip flop.
Mhm. Okay, okay. For example, if there is a man who is in a tourist place, especially on the beach, um, what kind of clothes he needs use?
A man in the beach.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In
Um,
the beach.
maybe the singles uh,
Mm-hmm.
or t-shirt. Um, short, a pair of flip flops. Um, maybe he's gonna swim. Swim,
Mm-hmm.
well, and maybe a cup.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Danny, what do you think? If a man, or for example, you want to visit beach near to house, and what do you like um, to use when you are going to the beach?
I will use shorts with flip flops and a cap and a sleeveless shirt.
On your hand, would you like to use something on your hand or no?
On my hand, maybe glasses on my head and a cap, a sleeveless shirt, and shirts and flip flops.
Okay. If the
Maybe an
woman,
umbrella.
mhm, Oh yeah. If the woman wants to visit the beach, what um, clothes she needs to use? Andres Felipe.
If a woman goes to bed, mm, she can wear maybe a dress. It depends. What is she
Mhm.
gonna do at the beach? But maybe that can wear a bikini as well under the dress.
Mhm.
Um, she wears sunglasses, maybe a hat, maybe a hat, flip flop. Yeah.
Okay. The clothes. Okay. Thank you. Now I'm going to show you two pictures. Here you can see two situations. The first situation is dealing with Lily, and the second situation is dealing with Sam. And Lily is thinking, or she is thinking that the following. She say, I don't know what to pay for my trip. I need to trip um, to my city, or I need to trip to London. But I'm not sure. I don't know what to pay for my trip since the season uh, in London is the spring. I'm not sure uh, what to pay for my trip. Is the situation with Lily? Yeah. She needs uh, to choose the appropriate or the right clothes, um, taking into account the season springs in London. According to this situation, what recommendation would you give to Lily, Daniel?
I think spring it is neither hot neither cold, so she can use more relaxed clothing, like a dress or like mm, an overall. Relaxed clothing, smooth clothing, no heavy clothing, because the weather is calm, is relaxed, is a little bit sunny too. Maybe she can wear a hat, a long hat, and maybe some glasses and heels, high heels.
What other items she needs to keep in mind,
Mm,
different the clothes?
a bra, on really relaxed underwear, maybe some jeans.
Okay. Okay, this is the answer for this the situation of Lily. Yeah. Okay. And thank you, Daniel. Mm, Andres Felipe. According to the second picture, she's Sammy. Yeah. And what do you think is wrong with Sammy? She's happy, or she's sad, or she's worried? What do you think?
She looks like worried, maybe, or sad,
Mhm.
or upset with something.
Okay. According to this picture about Sammy, uh, she is very sad because uh, she received a call yesterday in which the business uh, told her that she needs to travel to Italy. She needs to trip to Italy, and but she doesn't. She doesn't know um, what to wear or what to pay for her trip, since the seasons in Italian is winter. Is winter. According to this situation, what recommendation would you give to Sammy uh, if she wants or she needs to trip to Italian
Well, the weather is
winter?
winter.
Mhm.
She needs to take warm clothes
Mhm.
like sweater, yeah, jacket, coat, um, warm shoes so that she can wear outtake because she's gonna travel. Boot, or she can take scarf for her neck.
Mhm.
Um,
What do you think about earmuffs? It's
about what?
important. Earmuffs, muffs, earmuffs.
I don't know.
Is it is used when the season is winter, especially it's very cold, in order to protect or care your ears of cold. Okay. Daniel, what did you think about the Sami situation?
She can wear a coat, mittens, long socks, gloves, jackets, hats, all multi-layered clothes to keep warm herself. She could use heavy clothing.
Mhm. Okay. Well, you can see now, thank you, Daniel. You can see now an example of dialogue in English. This dialogue is very interesting. Um, the number A is Andres, okay? And the B is Daniel. These situations, in these situations, you need to speak. At the same time, you can see the sentence, but you need to create this dialogue like how you can uh, speak face to face. Yeah. And the letter or the vowel A is Andres, and the letter B is Daniel. Okay. Daniel and Andre Felipe and Daniel, do you hear me?
Mm, sure.
Okay. Let's begin with the dialogue.
It doesn't look very nice outside today.
You're right. I think it's going to rain later.
In the middle of the summer, it shouldn't be raining.
That wouldn't seem right.
Considering that it's over 90 degrees outside, that would be weird.
Exactly. It wouldn't be nice if it started raining. It's too hot.
I know you're absolutely right.
I wish it would cool off one day.
That's how I feel. I want winter to come soon.
I enjoy the winter break. It's really cold sometimes.
I know what you mean, but I'd rather be cold than hot.
That's exactly how I feel.
Okay, that's good. Now you can hear, I think, let me check something. Now you can hear, it's, you can hear something. Let me see, or let me know, sorry, let me know if you can hear the audio. Okay, let me check something. Um, seconds. I'm not sure if you can hear the audio. Let me know, okay?
It doesn't look very nice outside today.
Could you hear me or no? The audio or no?
No, I couldn't hear the audio at all.
Okay. Okay, let me share.
Be weird.
Exactly.
It doesn't look very nice outside today.
You're right. I think it's going to rain later.
In the middle of the summer, it shouldn't be raining.
That wouldn't seem right.
Considering that it's over 90 degrees outside, that would be weird.
Exactly. It wouldn't be nice if it started raining. It's too hot.
I know, you're absolutely right.
I wish it would cool off one day.
That's how I feel. I want winter to come soon.
I enjoy the winter, but it gets really cold sometimes.
I know what you mean, but I'd rather be cold than hot.
That's exactly how I feel.
Do you hear now?
Yeah, I could hear good.
Okay. Eh, do you remember how can say the name winter?
How can what?
Do you remember the way that pronounce the man winter?
Yeah, they say winter.
Winter. Yeah. With other word do you remember?
The whole dialogue.
Do you know what does mean cool off? Cool off?
To love, yeah, you know.
Do you know?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. What is the meaning? The meaning
To
with this
love
word.
is when the day is cold, is fresh. When the day is cool off is when a day is cold and fresh. It is not hot, it is not so cold, it is in the middle, it is in between. It's cool, it's fresh.
Okay. What is your favorite season, Daniel? Spring, summer, winter, fall.
Um, my favorite season is summer.
Why is your favorite
Although,
season?
yeah, although it's hot, you are in, we can say, vacation. You are free from some responsibilities, from work, and from our studies. So you are free and you are in vacation. You can go outside, you can watch a football game, or you can play it with your friends. It's a those are hard day, but you can enjoy every day because you're free from responsibilities.
According to this season, what do you think or what do you like to do in the summer, Daniel?
Playing playing basketball with my friends outside in a park
Okay.
and play video games sometimes in my house.
Okay. Do you like to visit the beach?
We don't have beach here. If yeah, we have a river here, but it isn't interesting anymore. Some tourists came here and they say it is interesting to live here because you have the river right there. But if a different point of view when you are a citizen here because you used to like kind of boring to go there every weekend or from time to time because you already know the site, you already know what it's like to be there. So I don't like so much to go to the river in summer. Uh, but sometimes, rarely, I go with my family on summer sometimes. Maybe every twice in a year.
Okay. Uh, Andre Felipe. Thank you, Daniel. Andre Felipe. According to this dialogue, what do you think? What is the situation dealing with this dialogue? What is happening in this dialogue?
And they're talking about the weather,
Mhm. They
and
mhm. Tell me
they talk about like their favorite season of the year.
what is the favorite weather for them? They prefer um, what kind of weather? or season.
Like cold, like the winter.
Mhm. According to this dialogue, eh, the weather in the beginning of the dialogue, the weather is like
Rainy,
hmm?
maybe. Rainy because he says, I think it's gonna to rain later.
It means I think it's going to rain later. It means in the beginning the weather is not rainy.
Well, cloudy or windy or cold.
They prefer they prefer um, the winter because currently they are in a what? What do you think, Daniel? In the beginning of the dialogue, is described uh, an example of weather that they don't like. What do you think? Is the weather they don't like?
Yeah, they, at the beginning they were saying that it doesn't seem quite nice outside today. It means that maybe it is cloudy. It is going to rain because the clouds are covering the sun completely, and they are starting to change its color to a silver one. Maybe they are saying they are in summer actually. They are in summer and they perceive the weather like that and they are shocked, they are surprised because it doesn't seem quite right in summer to have a weather like that. In summer it's always sunny, it's always hot, so it doesn't seem right considering that it is like 90 degrees, so 90 degree is almost cold, almost hot. So it is hot and it's going to rain, it's about to rain. It doesn't seem quite right, so like they are upset about it, or they are worrying or concerned about it.
Yeah. In the beginning of the dialogue, the main weather is summer. Yeah. Um, they prefer winter because it's very hot for them. Do you know what means 90 degrees? These degrees are in Fahrenheit or in Celsius. What do you think?
I think it's in Fahrenheit.
Mhm. Yeah, 19 degrees outside. If you want to change um, Fahrenheit or degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius, it will 32 degrees Celsius in this country because um, in other countries, for example, in United States or in India, um, the temperature the temperatures is measured um, degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah. While here in Colombia, uh, we measure the temperature um, using degrees Celsius. Okay. Do you understand me, Daniel
Sure, sure.
and Luis Felipe? Daniel, Felipe.
Yeah, sure, I understood you.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Uh, Andre Felipe, what do you think about this class or this topic? It was interesting.
Uh, yeah, for me it is. It's good to learn about everything, and it the weather is important as well. So yeah, it's interesting for me to learn about how you can say to another people what's the weather like,
Mhm,
because it's really probably if you
mhm,
someday go abroad,
mhm.
people ask you, or you need to ask someone for making plans. So yeah, it is important and interesting.
Okay. And what do you think, Daniel? Is, for example, before answer the question by Andre Felipe, what do you think is important to know the weather?
Yeah, it's important because you need to be prepared before going outside. If you're going to do some some things outside, you need to check the weather because you you need to know if you're going to be with an umbrella or not. In this case, if it is raining, obviously you need to protect yourself from soaked you up. So an umbrella is appropriate for you to not get wet if you don't want to. You need to check the weather to be able to predict what is going to happen and you'll be able to know and to be secure from the rain mostly here. And the appropriate clothing to use in that scenario.
Mhm. What do you think about the blizzard? The blizzard.
Mm,
What is the
mm,
effect?
what is the what?
What is the effect?
Fet. What does it
Or,
mean?
or what is the disadvantage of blizzard?
The disadvantages
Mhm,
of blizzard.
mhm.
I think it is. I don't know what it means. Blizzard. Maybe
Okay.
with wind.
Blizzard is is something that in storm um I es una tormenta, but is snow. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Storm snow. It's like some storm snow.
I think it's dangerous because you can. It is like a volcano. No.
It's like what?
Um. It is like a whirlwind. It's dangerous.
Mhm.
Whirlwind means a torbellino. It's dangerous. But in this case,
It's,
it's like with electricity. But you're talking about strong winds coming to you.
mhm. Yeah, I going to explain about a blizzard. Yeah, blizzard is a severe snowstorm characterized by strong winds causing blowing snow that results in low visibilities. It means you cannot see very well and you cannot walk normally. It's very difficult. These situations is dangerous, as you can say. Uh, these situations or this problem dealing with weather is especially on the season winter, but is a severe snowstorm. Okay. The word is BLISRARD. Okay. Mm, it's BLISRARD. It's blizzard. Other difficulties dealing with the weather is, for example, difficulties is other word using.
It's a snowstorm.
Yeah, I told you that it's, it's like something that is considered the same. Yeah, it's considered the same. Uh, when you want to use drizzling, for example, it's been drizzling all day. This is other word used with rain. Drizzling, for example, it's been drizzling all day. Other word is raining, is the more common. It is raining cats and dogs. And the other is lashing. The rain was lashing the windows. It's different word used with rain situation. Um, However, lashing is when it's raining a lot or it's raining very hard. Okay. And what do you think about this speaking session? Daniel,
What do you say?
what do you think about this speaking session?
I think it's good. It's okay.
Okay. Uh, I would like to share some examples dealing with natural disaster. Do you know some examples dealing with natural disasters?
Natural disasters, caused by the man or the natural that is natural or
Natural disaster. For example,
volcanoes erupting a volcano in Hawaii. That is a disaster, and it is natural. or a
Do you
flood in Japan.
mhm. Do you know what means landslide?
It's lined.
Landslide. Mhm.
No, I don't know. I don't understand.
Land oh
Landscape.
no is Landslid. I'm going to repeat again. L
Landslide. Landslide.
mhm, yeah.
Yeah, it is dangerous. It is happening in Cucuta, I think. I think sometimes, from time to time, they are currently in the mountains when landslides happen. And that affects the near house that are in top of a mountain. In Medellin and Santa Marta, there are so many mountains and so many houses in the mountains. They are called uh, I don't know, they are called ¿cómo se invasiones. They don't own that land. That is a public or a natural property. So they they own that because of public or crowded forces. So they don't have secure security because that can cause maybe so many deaths around the world, landslide.
Mhm. And this Felipe, do you know what means drought?
Um, how do you spell it?
Drought is a natural disaster.
Um, no, I don't know.
Is the ROGHT.
No, I don't know.
Okay. This means deslizamiento. Oh,
Okay.
no, no, sequía, sorry, sequía. Could you give me an example dealing with that? For example, an example of sentence using this word? You should use there is or something like that.
Um, I don't know. In 2015, there was a really long drought in my
In your what?
town.
Mhm. Okay. Daniel, could you give me other example daily withdraw? Thank you, Andre Felipe.
Okay.
In the deserts, they are nobody lives in a desert because the desert is drought. Maybe in a farm when there are occasions that drought can kill animals. So
Mhm,
that is an example of drought.
mhm. Okay. Uh,
That can occur maybe in hot lands or in summer mostly in some countries. the water becomes inefficient. The water becomes las cuencas, droughts themselves, so they can no longer produce water. That's it.
Other is earthquake, other natural disaster, earthquake. Do you know what means earthquake?
Earthquake is when the land moved
Mhm.
vastly. They move hardly. So because of that movement, some buildings came down and they can kill so many people. There earthquakes are dangerous. And I
Okay.
think the main reason that an earthquake does that is because of the pollution in the environment.
The pollution. Okay. Could you give me an example dealing with earthquake?
Mm, earthquake in China, because of the pollution. So many people have their
An
faces
example.
were
An example of sentence.
yeah. Mm,
Using earthquake.
there are so many earthquakes in China because of the smoke pollution from the cars or from the vehicles.
But do you know what means earthquake?
Earthquake mean temblor de tierra.
Okay. For that, I would like to know why you are associating earthquake with pollution.
Yeah, because pollution is a contamination for the environment. So the earth responds to that harassment. Mm, las placas tectónicas, they move alongside according to what is happening in the environment up up there. So earthquake is on the ground and the environment is up. The um, earthquake happens in the ground, so the environment is like a trigger for earthquake to happen on the ground because they are responding to the harassment.
Mhm. Yeah. However, you need to mention an example dealing with earthquake, no pollution, air. It's not right.
I was saying the cause of an earthquake. What it caused an earthquake to happen, the pollution. So I was saying there are so many earthquakes in China because of the pollution.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you, Danny. Mm, okay. I think it's since yesterday our game. Mm, okay. I I think it's not. You know. Uh, Yes, I think. And Felipe, do you have any question about this topic or no? Or the last of this word?
No, I guess I don't.
Did you understand what does mean arcade and blizzard? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Um, there is other word daily with with the snow is snowflake. Do you know what means snowflake? And Felipe, do you know what means snowflake?
No, I maybe it's related with no, but no, I don't know.
I'm going to send the word. It's SNOWFLAKE. Snowflake. Is other word with snow or snow.
What does it mean?
It's a little
Co-
bit snow o copo de nieve. You 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 can give me an example of sentence using this word.
But what does it mean?
Copo de nieve. It means a little bit snow. Es copo de nieve. Snowflake is copo de nieve. Uh, for example, a single snowflake landed on her nose.
Okay. Well, every single snowflake has a different form.
A different what?
Form or shape. We're gonna say shape. That I heard that long time ago, and that's really interesting. If it's true, it's really interesting that every single snowflake has a different shape, like designed one by one.
Mm-hmm. Rechain. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think I think it's all for now because I think it's just topic today for today. The topic for today was the weather. In this speaking session, you can practice or you practice you speaking, and I think you learned new words or maybe idioms. I'm not sure you know the last one idioms is dealing with the storm cap. Um, let me check. I'm not sure. Is um, let me check. Um, and do you know what is the meaning daily with a storm in a teacup. Teacup. And Felipe?
Could you repeat that, please?
Um,
What is the
is an idiom. A storm in a teacup.
Explain it, please.
Okay. Daniel, do you understand what this means? A storm in a teacup.
No.
Okay. A storm in a teacup is a small problem which has been blown out of proportion. It means, for example, a small problem that has been blown out of proportion. This idiom is also a common one. For example, North Americans or the Americans say a tempest in a teapot, which is quite similar to the British idiom. For example, in my opinion, the whole thing is just a store in a teacup. Or all this controversy about same-sex marriage seems a store in a teacup to me. A storm in a teacup is when the problem is a little bit, but you create a big problem from a small problem. It's something like that. We can say it in Spanish, ahogarse en un vaso de agua. I'm not sure if you use this expression in your town, but this idiom is the same meaning. Is have you ever ended up having an headache argument over something completely irrelevant? Or maybe you've been worried sick about something that you didn't realize was trivial? In other words, is when a small problem has to become a big problem for some people. However, the problem is a little big. Do you understand?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. This means.
Means that you think that it is a big problem, but in reality, it is a small one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's when a person um, create a big problem from a small problem. Mhm. Yeah. Here in my town is this expression in Spanish is ahogarse en un vaso de agua. Is when the person is only focusing in problem, but the problem is not bigger. Mhm. Okay, dear students, I I think it's all for now. Thank you, Daniel, for participating in this speaking session. Welcome again, Andres Felipe,
Thank you.
for to be here in this speaking session. Okay. Remember, I'm not sure if you, Daniel, you have checked your email. I sent an information on your email in order to answer. Is okay? Daniel, do you hear me? I'm going to finish the call and I'm going to write on the chat Skype. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Bye bye. Thank you.